So, as Pastor mentioned, we were asked to provide a stewardship talk centering around our gift, or at least that's the way I took this question, around our gift of music. And we felt it might be interesting to take you through a breakdown of a song that we feel fills this topic, and that would be What Have We to Offer by Ray McKeever, which we just did. And it's something that we share often when we play it at service. It's something that we'll do during the offertory. And we do it then because it's topically relevant, and we try very hard to make the songs that we're doing topically relevant to the theme of the service whenever we're playing a service. So we kind of read them, we go through them. Well, today I'm going to do that pretty strongly, I think. And this is something that took us three actual days to put together. Ann and I wrote this, and then Ann and I took this apart, and then Ann and I rewrote this, and then Ann took it apart, and then I put pieces back in. And that's kind of how we do it on any service that we're doing, but maybe not to this degree. So I'm going to jump into the song here, and we'll see what it's all about. When the song starts off with what have we to offer and what have we to share, my mind goes to two places. The first is what we have to share with God, and the second is what can we share with each other. And then the next line in the song is coins from the coffer, hearts filled with care. And this is the only line in the song that mentions money. And I believe this is because the writer knows that while money is important to the work of the church, it cannot and shall not be our sole focus, especially not for a family of God. It is caring that should be the basis for all that we give. And it is in the caring that we truly begin to share. The next line in the song speaks to the reality of who we are giving for. And notice that I said not to, but for. We give for God, because as the song states, God will not falter. He will always care for us, not simply when we need it the most, but always. And the line continues with, so let us dare lay it at the altar there, which seems to be a challenge to let our hearts be open for all types of giving, trusting in Him to use those gifts that we share. So then we head into the second verse. What have we to offer? What have we to bring? And this introduction to the second verse feels like it sets things in place to really play up the sharing aspect of stewardship. We are not asked to give, donate, or tithe. No, we are simply asked, what have you to bring? And while this feels like it may be a tangible question, the answer to that is not tangible at all. The next item on the list is love, the gift of love. Love ripe with laughter. For those of you that believe punctuation matters, there is a comma there. Love, ripe with laughter. And it's not simple love, but it is a joyous and gleeful love, a love that is jubilant and happy, to the point of laughter. During the Christmas season, we have a mat that sits outside of our house, and it says, this house is filled with joy. And I believe that speaks to the same line in the song, joyful and loving giving. The stanza of this song, of this verse, ends with the line, hope that we can sing. Now, anybody that's been at the early service might realize that hope that we can sing means I hope to get through the song without cracking or squeaking. I don't believe that that's what he was after when he wrote that line, but that may be what it means to me at about 8:30 in the morning. However, I think when I see this line, I see this as our true offer of stewardship. Music is a talent that we have. We've been blessed with that, and it brings out a joy and an emotion in people. We see it in your faces when we make music. We hear it on occasion at the end of service when someone walks up and thanks us for giving our gift of song. And to me, this is the very crux of stewardship. Through the giving of ourselves to others, giving those talents that we have been blessed with, others can be filled and touched in some way. And we too are also touched. The next two lines in the song were a bit challenging for me. Dreams of what we're after, promises of when. The second part of that line seems to speak to God's promise to us of our heavenly resting place. While the first part speaks to my dream or my goal of reaching that resting place in heaven, That is, after all, what I'm ultimately seeking. But before I get there, I am still here. And while I am here, that leads me to look at things that I need to do while I'm here. And that leads me to the final two questions that the song has, or the first two questions that the song has. What have we to offer? What have we to give? And in the last line of the song is the answer to all of it, to all of these questions for all of us. It is 4 simple words: lives we will live. It is our lives that are the gift that we have been given. And it is those lives that are the gift that we need to share for God, with each other. I know that each of us has a gift inside of us that we can share, that will make each other's days better. Be it singing a song in church, and that's something that I can do. Helping someone feel comfortable in their new church. Or helping us all have a better worship experience by giving of your time and talents prior to or during a worship service. I have the joy of being here at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning, and I see a very busy group of people taking care of this church and making it ready for those of us that come here for service. Those are the people that are the very foundation upon which this church stands. The very foundation that are these gifts, the gifts given in a hot sun of a summer Tuesday morning, or the quiet solitude of your home while you sew a banner, or you repair a church seat cover. It may be given in support of those that are supporting all of us here in the church, and it may not be here in this church at all. It may be a gift of warmth given to those that are cold, or food given to those that are hungry. But make no mistake, the foundation of this church, and more importantly, this life, it is the gifts that are given for Him. It is in that sharing of our gifts that we are true stewards for God, giving to others that which we have been given, and sharing with others that which has been shared with us. Thank you very much.
That does get an amen, because that is kind of the answer to all